Inside the Village.
The social media aspect is a good one. Has that not led now to a class action lawsuit by a number of school boards against some social media platforms?
Right. Yeah. So 4 of the largest school boards in the country, based in Ontario, have launched a lawsuit against the makers of the social media apps, because it's not just the impact on student learning. We're seeing this show a lot in terms of kids' mental health. So if you look at the rates of things like depression, anxiety, even things like suicide among young kids, it's really gone up quite remarkably. So data from Ontario now indicates that over 1 in 4 teens now report being in serious psychological distress, which is pretty alarming. And the number of kids reporting poor or fair mental health has more than tripled over the past 15 years. And there's a lot of reason to suggest that increased time on social media is contributing to this. And it's largely fallen on schools to address these issues. So schools are providing a lot more supports in terms of psychologists, social workers, child and youth workers, as well as teachers are expected to now, support and address kids' mental health needs. And so that's kind of the claim of the lawsuit, is that schools are being left to address these issues that are being caused by these social media apps.
I know some people can react to that news with snark and kind of make light of this situation, but to me, it's so serious. I almost think, Professor, that in 20 years, we're going to look back and this is going to be the equivalent of cigarettes. We're going to say, how did we let our kids have these devices in front of their faces all day and all night? Do you feel that way?
Well, I think when it comes to social media use, kids are particularly vulnerable to the negative effects of it. So if you look at the mental health data, people of all ages are using social media now, right? It's not just kids, adults, older people. But the deterioration in mental health is really pronounced among younger kids. And it seems like the social media companies themselves are aware of that. So a lot of that came out in the documents that were released by that Facebook whistleblower, that people in the company know that teens are particularly vulnerable because they're at that kind of stage where they're trying to figure out themselves, and issues of identity and belonging are really paramount. And the way these apps are designed seem to play on those vulnerabilities. And this seems to be done intentionally in order to increase engagement. So I think, particularly the effects on kids are quite alarming. But if parents can maybe delay, the time that their kids are getting on these, that can help mitigate some of those effects.